So in this lecture, you will realize that how our anchor text and the heading of the anchor text and also the H1 of the linked article, how these are connected to each other. And whatever we write in this specific area, we expand it further in that specific area. And here you mention the 3.7 liters, but at that point, you mentioned 3.8. It means you are writing random articles and search engine is not able to understand it. We are basically constructing the knowledge base in the form of content, which is called the semantic content network. That means everything is aligned and connected with the consistency and more relevance. So in that case, we give here the first possible answer with a mentioned thing like US National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and the Medicine. Why we use it this specific name is because it is appears a lot of time in the search engine or together with this specific topic. And here ounces, liter, sweet, urine, all of these specific terms are covered in that area. Here we mention the second organization, the Institute of Medicine, IOM. Again, we use these specific organizations is because it appears mostly with this specific topic. So now here we beginning with the consensus, and this second paragraph is different from the first paragraph. Don't do that is you ask same thing in the first paragraph and also again in the second paragraph. If you mention, the answer can be delayed. To be able to answer the earlier at the earliest point, you use correct section as well. And in the second section, we also again use the liters, cups, and abbreviation and these type of measurement units or the abbreviation or the internal and the external factor and what recommended. So we also try to include the different types of phrases that are closely related and everything we back to the hydration, dehydration and the water percentage. Because the water percentage of the humans, whether the female or the male or senior or junior or child, it will be connected back to the water or you can say the water intake. One more thing is that in the context of contextual coverage and the weight of the section in the contextual flow, we should understand one important thing is that when you look at this specific section, since this is supplementary content, we just give this a smaller version of it and then here we expand it further. We don't go much deeper at specific point, but here we give even different resources with the different values. Even we expand the context like women after we ask for the pregnant woman, and here we ask about 20% of water comes from the food that you eat, and then we give the different types of water intake and we connect it back to the water percentage. From water percentage we connect to the human body's water intake. Then we give the water functions and you can say the benefits one more time, and from here we further connect researches back to the hydration. We also explain here that when you actually don't drink enough level of water, and after here we give the unique images with the branding as well. So in the next section we ask what effects the water needs. Here we use kind of listing and we mention here the climate. Remember that search engine take the list, that is the HTML list, and they research for that to understand the context and the information of the list. So when we talk about the climate or these type of things, we also must include the water. If you skip the context terms like water or hydration or water need, daily intake, if you skip some of these things, it means that this specific list item will be disconnected to the rest. That's why we always need to using the specific context term inside this section as much as possible. For the last section of this lecture, one thing is that if in the representative question the plural words needs and you give this specific type of list, must use this type of visual communication. So if you are able to use unique images, multiple unique images in a communicative way, search engine might more reflect in the context, and it will be signal also for further quality. So one last thing here is that if you see this specific context, this specific article methodology, we ask that in the first sentence mention the exact definition answer with a numeric value, and in the first paragraph or in the first answer we use the numeric values. The purpose to using numeric values in the first sentences is that using the predictive information retrieval threshold, we want to give the answer earlier so we can stay relevant. So in the next lecture we will continue to further this article, and we also see two more articles in a further lectures. Thank you.